For regular videos on ancient cultures and forgotten civilizations, please subscribe.
And the Greeks, like Alexander had said, they thought India was a very advanced civilization. And there was one of their authors named Megasthenes. He did a book called Indica. It hasn't survived. But one of its passages said, he came about the time of Alexander, that he found a history in India of 153 kings going back more than 6,400 years.
Yeah, this Greek Megasthenes, who lived around 300 BCE, is purported to have had a list of kings going back more than 6,000 years. And Plato said that Athens had an empire going back 9,000 years. Guess what? It didn't. If Frawley was interested in studying Indian history in the same manner that historians study the histories of all other societies, then he would have to admit that it is very common for histories, which were written centuries after the events they describe, to be expanded, exaggerated, twisted for propaganda purposes, and sometimes just plain wrong because of poor transmission. Why would India be any different? I know his answer: because India is superior to all other cultures. Well, historians can't be biased like that. They have to be consistent, and they should be criticized if they aren't consistent.
And in the Puranas, in the Vedas, we have lists of kings. Puranic king lists are over 100, well, there's well over 100 kings before the time of Buddha anyway, maybe even close to 150, I don't know the exact numbers involved. India has the longest king list of any culture in the world, much longer than the Egyptians. In the Bible, they only have 42 kings between Abraham and Jesus.
The Puranas are not from Vedic times, and contain material that originally was transmitted orally through a bardic tradition, shaped and reshaped over generations until finally written down. We can see how the Puranas contradict the Vedas, and thus know that the Puranic traditions altered earlier histories. The Catholic Church has a list of popes going all the way back to the Apostle Peter, but those lists post-date the time of Peter. They are not contemporary with Peter. Therefore, historians rightly approach them with a certain amount of skepticism. How would the king lists, which also are not contemporary, be any different?